Hey guys, welcome back. You just saw game one of Mineski versus Vici Gaming. Ended up with a victory for Vici after a very hard-fought win. What are you expecting to see in game two?
I was actually surprised by how well Mineski played. They
Yeah, me too.
did CK West even get a proper TP off, or I think they got one off at top, right?
They did. I think they did really well in their lane, and then wasn't the first gank on the top lane. It was like as soon as Wisp hit 6, he ganked top, and they got a double kill on the Wisp CK. So like
They
all
got
of
and they
that
killed
advantage.
the Gyro, I think too. That's
Yeah,
like,
I think so. It was like a triple kill
yeah,
swing. It was
0
really
for 3.
huge.
So that's weird. I mean, they got that one good one. I think where they TP'd right onto the TA, but even that, I think ZSMJ did ulti right away, and TA got to actual down drop. But it was sort of surprising to not see a West CK gank at all. I mean, there's sort of opportunities at some point, but. The Wisp it opened up a lot of space for the guy to farm at the very least. I think that's one of the strengths of the heroes. Even if he's not getting those pickoffs, it's very hard to farm against them. And that was sort of reflected in the fact that Garo had 10k on everyone.
Yeah, he had insane last hits throughout the entire course of the game, and it was also a lot of him not dying. Shadow Demon saved him how many times? That reaction speed was insane, and then he just even covered that with a Yule Scepter, even in case if he wasn't
That
ready
Yule
for
Scepter is
disruption.
actually sick. Like casting
works
something
a
during
lot.
the Force Staff.
Does it disrupt him? Is it kind of like
Yeah, it stops the Force
telekinesis
Staff.
on Leap and stuff?
Yeah.
Just like, that's awesome. That's a really good counter then.
Yeah,
That's something
it
I haven't
is.
even seen before. And despite having a really rough early game, he started off like 0, 2, and 2. He was still able to get core items and make a big impact throughout the entire game. It was nice to have the Yules up, and I mean, that was a little bit, like 1 or 2 items more than a typical support would have, but it paid off.
One thing that I really don't know about that game was that Batrider sort of lost to Garo and he had the Drow Aura. I really would have liked him to see him put extra points in the stick and play more aggressive in that lane, and that would have helped out a lot. But regardless, I think that Mineski, really good showing. They definitely have a chance of taking this game.
Yeah, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. Everybody was saying, oh, Mineski is towards the bottom of the 8, and Vici Gaming is one of the best, but I think they did really fantastic. So I think we're just about to get ready for game 2. Keep in mind, guys, if Mineski ends up losing this game, they'll go 0-2 in this round. They'll go back down. They'll have to play tomorrow on the verge of elimination, so they definitely do not want to get kicked out here if possible. Whoever wins this best of 3 is going to be put on to play the winners of the previous set earlier today, and if whoever wins that doesn't have to play tomorrow at all, they're covered. They're going to make it all the way through till day 3 of
And that's
this group.
really what you want in a qualifier that's this high level.
Yeah, it really is. You want as little chance as possible of ending up being able to lose. So hopefully for them, either team, of course, they can fight and win this one. But Mineski has got to win the next 2 games, otherwise they're going to get eliminated. At least until tomorrow.
Drop down to the lower
Drop
bracket.
down, eliminated.
Eliminated from the winner bracket.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Pretty much the same thing. So, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, D is mean.
Yeah, he's so mean, man.
He really is.
Okay.
But he's nicer than Merlini.
Whoa. See this first ban here? Are we seeing some Ice strat? They're going to ban not real heroes. That's what it seems like. We haven't seen Spectre picked
I
at
love
all.
Spec too.
Unless they just knew Mineski.
Everyone keeps saying that. Oh, whatever.
I don't know.
The heroes I love aren't that good. You know, no one wants to get on the Visage bandwagon with
I didn't
me.
realize you love Spectre as well. Who else
And
aren't you telling us about?
Who are my hidden lovers? There's Blitz.
Okay.
And then there's I don't know.
He'll be ported one of these days. I don't know why Ice Frog's taking so long.
Yeah.
Okay, Shadow Demon's gonna get banned. That's a real ban. But
That's a real man.
But why Spectre? They did that immediately. They hopped in and they were like, Spectre ban.
I really don't want to say that's a misclick, but I'm like even checking chat to see if they're like, please
Nothing.
let us. But maybe really weird pocket strat from Mineski, something that they do, because I always feel like Spec can be quite a good hero. Maybe they even have a pocket strat that's really countered by Spec, but that's sort of rare. Like Spec is, he's a really strong mid-game hero if he can get early farm up. You get a Drumslam, you get Treads or Trankos, you get a PMS, and you max Desolate first, and your illusions hit for like 100 damage at 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's really strong, especially when you stack movement speed
Yeah.
items. It's really
'Cause
hard to get away.
Something that's sort of cool is that Specs, all the illusions start at 400 MS,
Oh, that's right.
and then they get Boots MS, and then they get more extra, so that they're able to catch up in the mid game when people don't move that fast, so they can really do that damage. And that their banning out of the Spectre sort of paid off for them. Blyster, I think, is mostly regarded as basically one of, if not the most broken hero in the Eastern scene right now.
Yeah, and even in the Western scene, he's drafted all the time. His rage lasts for 6 seconds. He's been
Woo!
buffed recently. Woohoo!
Visage.
So
good.
Open Wounds is really good in a tri-lane situation. The only kinds of heroes that counter it are blinkers or invis heroes with max movement speed like Weaver. So he's really good at all stages of the game. Great for tri-laning aggressively, great for safe laning. He can be all over the place, and that's why he is getting fit first pick tier.
And he's actually quite a good solo, to be honest.
Against certain heroes.
Against certain heroes. And you sort of get to pick your matchups, right? Even if he's a bad solo, you can sort of do that entire, like, you solo him short lane. Your support from the tri-lane aggressive can get an early TP down. As you get an unexpected gank with that really long-range Open Wounds initiate.
And it's Gyrocopter Batrider, so at least Team Mineski is going to have some way to shut down Lifestealer in team fights. Again, Flaming Lasso goes through Magic Immunity, so that's going to catch a Lifestealer whether or not he rages. And that even though it doesn't seem like that much, you can say, okay, Flaming Lasso only covers a couple of the seconds of his rage, but it's seriously a big deal. Because as soon as your rage runs out, Lifestealer becomes like any other semi-tanky hero. I mean, you can get chain stunned, and it really prevents you from doing damage.
Hits like a truck and moves really fast.
Yes,
but
exactly.
yes.
And you can stop that.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, rage really is what makes Lifestealer so ridiculously strong. Something else that was sort of cool with their first two picks of Batrider Gyro's ulti, the slow actually goes through rage. Sticky, if it's applied after rage, it also goes through. They have Flame Lasso, so their heroes are actually quite good against Lifestealer as it is right now. Their first two picks up Rubik he's okay versus Lifestealer just because you have that instant pickup if you can get a blink dagger or something like that. If he rages at you, sometimes you can steal rage and manage to be super imba for 6 seconds.
Or unkillable. I mean, free BKBs on supports, especially early game, that's always going to be very useful.
And I sort of like this Meg pickup. It means that they don't always get to just Flaming Lasso the Nyx every fight, or Lifestealer. They sort of have another super high priority target for that Lasso. And if they lasso that Lifestealer, you're probably going to get a good RP off. But they do pick up the Rubik, which is good against Meg for obvious reasons, I think.
Yeah, I think stealing a reverse polarity, one of the best ultis in the game, is always going to be good. We saw it a lot earlier in the first set of today, even. And
they ban out that Clockwork, which I think is very smart. I actually feel like... no, the Rubik pick is better than Clockwork for them. But I almost feel like the Meg pick is sort of like, hey, we don't want you to have Meg right now. Because if you get Meg, that's Batrider, Gyro, Meg. Those three heroes together are ridiculous. Like, Batrider, he lassos someone, and then it's sort of the same concept as what I talked about with the Sand King and the Magnus against Clockwork, where when Clockwork hooks in, his team has to follow up, you're going to get one ulti off. With the Batrider and a Meg on the same team, what happens is you lasso one of them, you pull them back, his team has to help that person, and then you're in a really easy 3-4 man RP.
Yeah, you're always going to
and then you hit that many heroes RP, you have a Gyro, they die.
Yeah, call down on top of that and flat cannon, and it just really all ends. So nice of them to get those combos out of there. They still can do it though. I mean, they could steal RP, but it'll just be in the middle of the team fight instead. So it could be a lot better for them. Nyx Assassin actually getting banned in the second round. A little surprised he isn't being picked first round. I think if this is Western scene, we'd be more likely to see him, wouldn't he?
Nyx he's sort of funny against certain heroes. Against certain teams or playing it as a team. Like sometimes he's like first pick, or even banned. We've seen that in the Eastern qualifiers even where was it Rattlesnake who consistently just always banned him? Can't quite remember, but against some teams he's like not picked until like the 4th and 5th. Some teams he's banned out. So he's, I don't know. I never know really what to think of him in the pick order. So.
Well, he gets banned in the second round this time. A lot of other reliable stuns and good tri-lane heroes are banned by Mineski. A little scared of what Vici is going to work with, because obviously a Sven, Visage, Lifestealer is great. Leshrac on top of that as well. That would have been a little limited on melee, of course, but they actually go for Lina instead, and Lina is fantastic because of her burst damage, and that's why she's generally preferred over other supports like Leshrac, just because her ulti, once she hits 6, if you can just disable somebody very briefly and kill them before they get their BKBs off, it is a big swing. And just like we were talking about last game with the Shadow Demon and the Dagon, it can just kill heroes and take them out of the team fight.
And this Queen of Pain pickup, it looks like their lanes are a bit obvious. That's the only thing I don't really know about VG. Well,
what do you think? Aggressive tri-lane?
Aggressive tri-lane.
Meg safe.
Meg mid. Queen of Pain safe, I think. Okay. You could put the Meg safe, but I feel like Queen of Pain is a lot more dominant in that. It's much better if you're gonna aggressive tri-lane, you should be winning your short lane. Like that's one of the benefits of having aggressive tri-lane is that the fact that the short lane is so much is in an advantageous position at the very least versus their long lane. And Queen of Pain in a short lane, there aren't many heroes who can go up against that, to be honest.
Yeah, you can chase her all the way back to base, and you don't have to worry about high ground, mischance, or anything like that, so it would be pretty strong for her.
And we even saw like a Lone Druid fall to Queen of Pain in
Really?
one of the games. Yeah, Lone Druid, I think he does decently versus Queen of Pain, but Queen
Yeah,
of Pain, if the Lone Druid player's a bit inexperienced, Queen of Pain can definitely push him out of lane. You basically just blink on him, Shadow Strike him, right click him, and ignore the bear. And
But-
you out DPS him.
Especially pre-5. I mean,
Yeah,
if the
pre-5.
bear does less than 40 damage usually because you only have 2
Yeah.
synergy.
And it does normal damage, so it's only hitting heroes for 75% as well. So
Okay.
it's even less damage there.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. That's a good point. Yeah, if you land the Shadow Strike, it really does hurt the bear, especially if he can't get his Tranquil Boots up. He needs Tranquil Boots to be able to sustain that damage. There's not really a lot of other good ways for him to keep his HP up, so I could see that working. But Lone Druid was banned this game, so we won't be
This
seeing that
Caudal
matchup.
pick, I think it's very smart because Caudal against aggressive, it's good. I mean, people think that the Caudal against aggressive tri-lane is because the blast does so much damage. I feel like it's more the fact that you can push out the lane very easily so that you can get the pull going. And the pull is what wins you the lane in a 3v3 situation.
So you actually think it's wise to keep the lane away from your tower, which
Well,
is kind of the opposite of what we normally see in most
You
games.
need to push the lane out in order to get the pull camp dewarded, or in order to pull it. If you don't, then they're just going to contest you for it. Take the neutral creeps, get extra farm.
Okay.
But if you push it out towards their tower, they can't contest you, or else they're going to be missing EXP from the lane. You can just back off and maybe just contest them for neutral creeps and be in an advantageous position. So there's that.
All right, well, we are into the game now. Let's take a look at some of the players here.
It's a puck.
For the rating team, Vici Gaming, we've got XTT playing the Magnus, we've got Fenrir playing the Visage, FY playing the Lina, ZSMJ on the Lifesteal, and the last player is going to be CTY on the Queen of Pain.
And it looks like this puck is going to go mid against this Meg. He sort of went low on regen, so that sort of reveals to us the lanes that the Batrider. Well, he actually only has 3 branches. Maybe he's. I don't even know what's happening. This
Well,
is.
So for Mineski, we've got JVN, sorry, on Batrider. We've got Owa playing Rubik. Yami is on the Gyrocopter. Fat Dog playing Keeper of the Light, and the last player is going to be Jay on the puck.
I think Queen of Pain expects to go up against a Batrider. She has that wand. So
So you
we'll
think
see.
she's aiming bot. They might actually run into each other. We do see some pings. Puck scouts them out. I love this positioning. He sees them. They're a little caught, but Vici Gaming has a really good level 1 fight here. Open wounds into any other stuns, and maybe even a skewer back would be scary.
Mineski's isn't that shabby either. You have that Gyro, you have that Caudal, you have the Rubik.
That's true.
But even Batrider's not that bad.
Yeah,
so
Napalm was great level 1,
yeah.
honestly. The amount of time you waste just trying to turn and cast
Yeah,
your spells and
for
run
sure.
away can be huge. So
Even like even a Flame Break at level 1, if you alter that, is actually pretty good because you can sort of push someone towards you into a Rubik lift, and then they're so out of position. But usually you do get sticky for those level 1 engagements.
So it looks like it will be Mag mid. Queen of Pain is going all the way to the bot lane. Batrider is looking like he bought items. I think he bought a Stout Shield and a Salve Tango because he's anticipating being against the Quap on the bot lane. So he knew that he can't go mid at this point.
Okay,
so.
here we go. Okay. I was maybe they saw where the
What about their starting items? Maybe they saw their starting items. They saw Meg's items and they knew he was going to go
really
mid.
know. I don't really like a Stout Shield on range shows in general. I think that an extra set of regen, 1 less branch, and a ring of detection will be much better against the Queen of Pain.
It might pay off versus the creeps if he does plan to dive, but even diving Queen of Pain's going to be
Yes,
so tough.
but
'cause she can
usually
blink.
with Batrider, you don't really take aggro when you dive, so I think that's just sort of weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he has something planned out, or maybe
It's trading already. I mean, it is going to reduce her right-click damage,
it is.
but it's not going to reduce it by a whole lot, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, it reduces before armor happens, so whoa,
Whoa.
my bad on that. I was
Hey, me
talking.
too.
I think I distracted you.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
I'm
It's all your
sorry.
fault. All right, they get the kill first blood top. Kill going to
That's-
Visage with Soul
That's
Suction.
actually huge. Look how good for Sasha. Okay.
So good.
so
He didn't
good.
get Grave Chill level 1 though.
Yeah, I would
not
have.
quite on
I
the
actually
meta.
like to see him. I really do like that Grave Chill level. And I think that if you kill someone with Soul Assumption, you'll kill them with Grave Chill too, pretty much. And that Lina just tried to hit a stun through the trees. That's sort of cute.
That's a pretty common place for supports to hide is in this
Yeah.
general area, but they were a little off of that.
I
so.
actually would like to see them tangle through those trees, so they could have someone wrap around. Like it's very easy for Lina to actually hit a stun, regardless of how hard that stun is usually to hit. Or vice versa, you get open wound. Lina comes in from the side unexpected and just blows someone up. That Gyro died so fast.
Yeah, he really did.
I didn't actually see it.
That's why we
but I'm
didn't catch
pretending.
it.
Yeah.
He definitely died fast. Flame Break on the bot lane. Quap is
Wow.
getting quite low. I mean, he really is doing a great job trading with her. He's lost 2 tangos. She's lost 3 tangos and has 1 salve left over. 5 stacks.
Whoa.
He doesn't
that
actually have
is-
Firefly, so him diving is not going to happen, but he is able to
I
do
feel
a lot
like
of right
when
click.
Quap has 6 stacks like this, you should just throw a Flame Break at her. regardless of the solve. That's an extra 60 damage. Or he leveled up, so he blinks on.
He's in
and
trouble.
this might actually be a kill for the Queen of Pain if she chases here.
He's completely out of mana. Alright, she gave up. She's pretty low as well.
I mean, she had forced wand charges. She still had to blink into Scream. I think that she could have chased that and killed that, but maybe she thought maybe he could salve up a bit in between a Shadow Strike. So, who knows?
Oh, she blinks in. She's going to deny it. Wow, that was huge. About 200 HP with that blink. Completely worth the mana. And now she's more or less won her lane. He doesn't have his bottle yet. He's 200 gold away from that. He's going to have to ferry a salve or something because he's at threat of dying.
And this really is where the extra set of regen comes in with the Ring of Protection. You really do need that 3 sets of regen against the Queen of Pain because she has a magic wand. I think she only had 1 set of regen. Or did she have 2? I'm not sure.
I think she had both.
She had both?
She did have both, I believe.
Okay. Well, she has that extra regen against Bat Rider, and she's basically just winning the lane by out-regening him. Here comes top. Nax is going to try to open wounds this Rubik, I believe.
Oh, he does get lifted.
He actually, that's sort of cool. He juked into the fog there and then lifted the lifesteal.
That's super sick.
Yeah. Instead of going for the lift first, because I believe if you're just facing each other, you go for a lift, you got to open wounds. Open wounds goes off, you lift him, but your open wounds are gonna die there. So that was pretty cool that he was able to do that. And they actually managed to deny the sentry counter ward there. And I don't know about this, like Mineski. It's like the dire camp. If you just put a ward here or here, like the top one dewards everything, the bottom one dewards everything except like this spot. I don't know why they spent 2 sentries trying to deward a camp that only needs 1. That's, I don't know, that's pretty questionable.
Maybe they were like, hey, I'm not going to use these sentries anyways, so I might as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a waste of gold though, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Who knows what they were thinking? Maybe they just don't know that, or.
Maybe they were predicting an observer ward over here.
Yeah, they could have been sort of predicting well, they couldn't have even been a lane ward, but I'm not too sure what they are doing. Puck is actually doing very well against Meg though. That's one thing that they do have going for them.
Yeah, Meg is able to get the regen rune, so
Ooh,
that's
that
a
really
lot of
helps.
shockwaves. That's huge. That's like that's a lot of last hits and harass possibility. Jay's actually even picked up a null talisman before purchasing boots, which is really interesting.
I like that. He went for the fast null build, which it really helps you dominate a Megan lane. I actually really like that build because you don't really need the regen too much early.
Ooh, they might trade bottom actually. There's a blink forward. Bat Rider's doing some damage. 2 stacks on him.
Bat Rider wins.
Flame break. He's going low. She pops the wand. It's gonna be close. Who's gonna get it? The Stout Shield does it. Bat Rider kills Queen of Pain
does it
before Queen of Pain kills Bat Rider. That was so close. And Bat Rider got it. There was full creeps hitting Bat Rider. Surely that Stout Shield made the difference, but a really close swing there. You can just tell like how high skilled these guys are because they both thought they were gonna get the kill, and it was that close.
Yeah. I actually thought Bat Rider was gonna win that quite handily with the flame break, but that actually did a lot less damage than I thought with the large amount of wands from Queen of Pain, who actually just popped her wand and fountain for no reason. I don't know. I think she had no charges anyway, but that was sort of weird. And on top, they're going on the gyro here.
Oh, great telekinesis lift. That's going to stop the second stun. She has a Dragon Slave instead. And will the Soul Stun do it? He does get the kill just barely. Great reaction from the supports there, but it was too much.
That really was a good left. He got it right while Lina was casting the LSA.
And she made the right decision. She's like, okay, I'm not going to get the stun now. Let's just throw the slave. Maybe we can get this kill. It was just super well done.
Oh, man. They're sort of just getting crushed off, but Nyx actually only has 18 CS. That's really surprising to me. Or 20 now. 21. But I would sort of expect him to have that Puck farm against that lane. But wow, Puck has like every CS.
Ooh, he missed one with his shockwave here. He's going to lose. Actually, Jay might want to chase this. He's got ulti. Will he cast it?
I don't think he can kill. Oh, wow, he goes for it.
He's got mana for the next orb. He's just got to chase for 3 seconds. If he can land the orb, it's going to be a kill. Throws 1 attack. Now he just has to get close. 2 attacks, and he's got the kill. But Vici shows up, throws the orb. Will he dodge it? Rubik shows up, actually. Another stun. Puck's going to go down. The range creep steals the kill. Sick plays from him. And a rocket barrage on Lina. Now Lina's going to drop as well. 2 dead heroes on the Radiant team. Buyback from Puck even. What is going on here? He's going to TP to the mid lane. He's not even going for this fight. He just says he wants the EXP, I guess.
Why did he buy back? Is it worth it, do you think, to buy back to get that EXP? It's only 200 gold.
He's already level 6. I don't know. He's going to push the wave. Maybe he'll get some damage on it.
I guess, you know, he actually does deny the Meg, basically 200 gold, just by pushing in, and he gets some extra EXP. So this actually might be some next level stuff coming up from Mineski.
It is pretty early in the game. That's a good point. And he's going to be able to maybe rune control.
And Meg's coming bot here. RP on the Bat Rider.
That looks like a dead hero.
Sad Bat Rider.
There's a flame break. He's going to buy him a second, but he does get killed.
Really good rotation by the Meg, but I still have to fault Bat Rider for that. After Meg dies, he's level 6. Sorry, he's level 7, I believe. No, he's level 6.
That's really
You
good.
sort of have to expect him to want to use that RP somewhere. It's much safer to just back up a bit. But Puck is invis on bot. Why? Okay.
Okay, he's not going to orb through. He only has level 1 silence. He has no ulti.
And
So
I actually like that build a lot more versus Meg. I feel like you'll be spamming orb a lot in lane, so you should max it.
yeah, but when he plays against Quap, usually we see more Waning Rift, right?
Well, it's not a 1v1 mid though. Like you can kill a Quap even if you're 1v1. You can kill a Quap with level 1 silence regardless when you hit 6, most of the time. If you're like harassing properly, because Puck should be trading hits with phase shift anyways. So usually he has that kill potential with only level 1 silence. You don't really need the extra one. He blinks out of your coil, you can still catch him. And Puck is actually going on a kill on bottom. This is pretty ballsy.
Oh wow, he really is going for the dive. There's the ulti as well to keep him in place just long enough. Will he blink? Oh, he's going to be able to get this kill for sure.
That
Almost
was
an ulti from Quap, but that wouldn't have killed her.
That was brilliant there. He caught him so that the orb hit him. Perfect timing. And then as we saw there, like he doesn't... Whoa, top lane.
Another open wounds actually on Rubik, and more right clicks from Lifestealer. Soul Assumption pretty high up and throws the nuke through. ZSMJ gets a kill finally in his lane, 1-0-2, and Visage collecting his first assist.
And Puck comes in,
Puck
and that's crazy.
He can't get these kills.
He actually might be in trouble if he shouldn't be getting hit by the Skira, but if he like accidentally uses phase shift. Oh.
Grave Chill as well, more right clicks. He's got to orb out immediately. He does dodge projectiles, buys him a little bit of time, but he's got no bottle or wand. ZSMJ's does the open wound, and that's pretty much it. He's going to get killed there. Yeah, Lifestealer takes it.
And they're coming in on this Visage here, though.
Batrider's a blade, so he does have his ulti
Courier.
if he can't get the kill. Will he get him? Courier actually does go down. Great kill from ZSMJ.
Game's over. Drop the Courier.
Yeah, man. How do they come back from it?
It's
not possible.
Impossible. It's like having 2 Visages.
They're still fighting this, actually.
Is.
Queen of Pain
Wow.
shows up, actually, looking to throw an ulti. Great disable again from the Rubik. And Illuminate on 2, throws the ulti. Batrider goes down, only catches 1, though, and they're going to give up on the support hero. So, really, really nice little team fights here from both sides. But
really good rotation by the Queen of Pain. It's like he rotated like he knew that the fight was going to go that long. And that takes so much decision making. Because if he had rotated and the fight had ended, he's losing a free lane of farm bottom. So that would have been really bad for him. But since he got a kill there, totally worth it.
Yeah, EXP as well as the gold on top of that.
Yeah.
He's got 1,000 in the bank, so you can finish his.
And he might pick off his Rubik here.
Oh wow! All of these wards really paying off. Immediately, Rubik says, "Okay," or Gyro says, "Okay, they have a ward in the jungle." And these were placed like as the team fight was going on, by the way, which I love for the fact that it gives you a lot of vision, especially when you're this deep by the tier 2 tower.
So much vision on the tier 2 top. And look at their counter ward. They're like trying to counter the lane ward in the normal place, but no,
really.
You have wards basically beside their tier 2 towers.
They're one set ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
So come on, see the future already.
And there's a tier 1 push here. I don't think they should be able to push that, but. Man, Batrider's really underfarmed.
He did get killed 3 times.
3 times.
But he does have a stout shield.
He does have a stout shield.
I mean, it's pretty strong.
I really just want to say again, I really hate that so much. Like, ring of detection, like from bottom.
That is another gank on the Quap actually. Puck's gonna be able to take it. He's being really aggressive and able to make the kills.
This Puck is getting solo kills on the Queen of Pain short lane farmer. That's actually huge. Puck is basically keeping Mineski in this game at this point.
That's top now. Rubik's gonna go down. Action all over the place here.
VG and Mineski really making stuff happen.
Look at all these wards. Wow, look at the dire sentries now.
I actually just want to say that I've never seen a Puck out CS a Meg that hard with no ganks.
Yeah, that was insane.
I think this is the most out CS I've seen from a Puck. And I will say that I wish he did have a bit more denies. If you watch like Dendi, for example, he always has really high denies, which really helps out because EXP is really important on someone like a Meg. So if he had a few more denies, I'd be like, wow, this is the best laning Puck I've seen so far from the games I've watched.
He likes gold though.
He does like gold, but like the thing is, like Dendi, for example, he gets the denies and the last hits. He doesn't miss the last hit to get denies.
He can do everything, not just
Superman.
One awesome thing. Guess so. Bot tower is pretty close to getting killed, by the way. So Jay's still pressuring this. He doesn't have ulti for 18 seconds, but he's gonna take the next wave. He's got treads picked up. Actually, they're gonna find each other.
Oh,
she blinks away.
I feel like he could have got that last off. But
they could have gotten the kill, mate. Oh, actually, Puck did use the orb on the creep wave, so.
I feel, but if he got that lasso, I think. Do you think he? I think he could have got it in range because when lasso ends, he would flame break him towards the Puck, and then they could be able to get the coil. The Waning Rift off. But
she has 900 HP. That's not bad. I don't know. It would have been close.
It would have been close.
So more aggressive warding. Wow. I mean, look at this. They knew that they went really aggressive on observer wards. Then the sentries were placed everywhere, and now Vici Gaming comes forward and puts more high ground observer wards. These are going to get countered, by the way. At least this one is, unless they counter it with the sentry themselves.
And they barely missed that lane ward at top. It did. Just I don't know why the sentry's so high up. I feel like if they had just placed it down below, that
Oh, yeah,
might have
you're
been a
right.
vision just because it's a rate.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty far
That's a lot
even,
shorter.
but it is a bit shorter. Perhaps it would have done it. Who knows? And mid,
Wow,
he
this rate
skewers out of
is
the coil.
crazy.
He gets the RP off right when Puck blinks into it.
What is going on, man? People are just on
Wow,
the wrong parts of the
that
map
was-
right now.
He timed out that perfectly. Puck has to press like. Sorry, there's a fight going on. I'll say
Yeah,
after.
they're pulling
That's
after him.
crazy.
They're going to lift actually on the Quap. She's going to get sent back. Dragon Slave comes through, and finally the rest of the raiding team who was previously hanging on the Dire Jungle just shows up.
No one cares about creeps this game. They're just killing heroes.
Yeah, they're hanging out in weird places. All of VG is sitting in the Dire Jungle, and then Mineski is busy diving tier 1 towers mid. They haven't even taken the tower. It's at 500. They're just looking for kills everywhere.
And I don't remember what was I talking about before. I wanted to finish that point, but
Observer wards, possibly.
observer word. Oh, RP timing. Thank you, Millie. Yeah, Puck has to press like 2 keys at his leisure, and Meg had to predict when he would press the first one and RP in between him pressing the first one and the second one. That's pretty absurd timing for the Meg there. Really good prediction.
The dive under the tier 2 tower, they just don't care. And Gyrocopter's going to continue to die here. One problem with the hero is he's quite squishy once he gets behind. Puck halfway to a Blink Dagger, and there's more team fights. They still haven't even touched this tier 2 tower, but a great waning rift from Puck is going to put them very low. Visit is going to die as well, so there's just kills going on all over the place here. This is completely different than the last game.
This is pretty cool to see actually, because there are a lot of kills, but it's not like it's like mindless killing. Like there have been really sick plays throughout these kills, and Mineski, they're actually really impressing me. I don't know why, but I really expected VG to be crushing them, but right now, even though VG has a lead, like Mineski is making big plays, and I really want to give respect to this Puck player.
Yeah, Puck, he is doing great.
He has 3 deaths, but he's basically made everything around the map happen. He has his Blink Dagger up at 13 minutes with 3 deaths. Like that's really high for him. He's in a CS lead by 23. That's actually insane. Like CS lead as a solo mid Puck.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Over solo farmers.
Yeah.
They did have to contest. There was no free farm anywhere really, except for maybe ZSMJ, who was farming versus
except
the
mid, I
Starling,
guess.
but yeah, I guess it's just him.
Shit,
It's
man.
like, that's okay. I'm contested, but I'll just take free farm
Yeah.
anyways. No problem.
Like Meg, you're not even a hero.
I'm still pretty worried for Mineski though, because even though Puck is doing fantastic this game, if you look at the KDA, it's just all stacked by Radiant heroes. It's those Triline, and even the Quap is not doing too bad. But most importantly, the net worth here. Gyrocopter's sitting below Batrider right now, and he's not looking like who he was last game.
I mean, the one thing that they do have going for them is usually when you see like a 5-0 hero like Lifestealer, he's really high level, but he's only level 9, which is sort of surprising considering how many kills they got. But with that said, like I think Mineski is still a bit under leveled on the supports just because the trialing went so poorly for them. So
This Lena's insanely fun too for 14 minutes. What ability was stolen? Level 4 Dragon Slave, pretty good pickup. Would have loved to have a stun. There's a glyph actually. Will we see a TP? Was that a cancelled TP that I just saw? They're going actually. Oh, Jay initiates, but unfortunately the rage and she. Oh my gosh, Rubik gets blown up so fast. They're great stun from the Lena. Doesn't want to bother
he
turning
has
around.
to blows out just to pick him off.
Yeah. Oh well, he gets the support there, and he's going to try to escape. He needs 2 seconds.
He has his orb out.
Blink doesn't get it. He's going to have to orb out. He's going to have to orb out and escape.
Oh
Good,
no.
great rage. Open wounds as well. Jay's in a lot of trouble. Can he blink away? Flaming Lasso is going to buy him a second. Actually, he's trying to stay alive for just a second. Blinks away. Maybe should have stayed aggressive. The Waning Rift really would have helped out right here. He's being slowed down by the Rocket Barrage. Should finish him off. And
That is
Jay
such an
finally goes
important
down.
kill.
490 gold. Meg is looking for an RP. He's thinking about it. He's like, do I want to do this? He doesn't.
He's
2
crazy.
heroes. Shockwave. Skewers forward. Pop is here.
He's a
Throws
good
the
crazy.
ulti. It's totally worth it here. And now just a Batrider. He's going to try to teleport out. He's popping a cell first. Throws the flame break. Here comes the TP. Isn't enough. Scream of Pain gets the kill. And a double kill there for the Queen of Pain.
Wow.
Meg, not so crazy after all.
I don't know. They had a. I guess no one just saw that he picked up the invisible bot. I believe they had a ward on it.
They
so
did that vision. But there was some crazy stuff happening, man.
that was really good. I mean, maybe he clicked on everyone, just saw that they didn't have any sentries, but I mean, Queen of Pain was coming. I actually didn't expect Queen of Pain to still have ulti there. I don't know why I didn't just check that. So
Well, she got
Really
the
good
double
play
kill.
with Meg.
Things worked out, and they killed the Lifestealer, stopping his spree. So about 500
yeah,
gold
it's
going there.
still that double kill sort of swung it back even-ish, but I feel like that fight was still in favor of Mineski. Just getting that kill on the Garo from the next kill, I think he gave him like 600 gold, 590 or something like that, or
it was a
490.
lot.
I can't quite remember, but that's a big swing. And EXP too, because he's level 8 right now. If he didn't get that kill, he would probably be what, like level 7, like pretty low. And the Puck, he didn't die, and he was the highest level. So in terms of EXP, giving it to there's Puck.
Wow, the stun landed and the ulti, and that is exactly what we're talking about. Phase shift's
no.
not going to matter. It's still not level 4, which means he doesn't have the free get out of jail card with the blink dagger.
I was gonna say they didn't lose their highest EXP hero, so they didn't give as much EXP. But then he just
that was an absolutely insane prediction, by the way. Like, look where the radiant wards were. They saw Puck running through one of these wards.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were waiting around the corner and just perfectly stunned, but if that's the case, that's insane.
Yeah, no, they were smoked up, so Puck just
they saw him before
didn't
Puck
react fast enough.
Okay.
But still, really good Lina stun. It's sort of an unexpected for just 2 heroes to beat her, so you can't really blame the Puck for that. They do have a Kodo, but so I don't think this tier 2 mid should go down, because once Puck gets back up, he'll have all spells up. He has a blink dagger. Bat Rider should have his ulti back up by now. But are they pushing this issue? They have Urn up on the Lifesteal, so he's quite high HP, and they do have RP up. They have everything up by Lina ulti.
Well, and they have a blink on Magnus as well, but Illuminate lands again. Creep Wave's going to be a little hurt here. Puck hasn't really progressed since his blink dagger, but ZSMJ is just right-clicking the tower a bit. He's got Armlet Drum, pretty standard build at this point. And more Arcane Boots. They're just going to slow push this. They're really not that concerned. Gyrocopter is actually counter-pushing right now, but he's so far behind, I don't think they're really that worried about it. It's not like he's going to take a tower in the meantime or anything.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Like, when you don't have to be concerned about their carry split pushing you, it's just so, I wouldn't say so easy, but it's a lot safer being able to 5-man like this. It's like that, shoot, who was that AM game? Do you remember?
One of the ones last night?
Yeah, it's the AM game where there is a AM and a Kunkka, I think. I don't know if you saw that game, but anyways.
I think I saw parts of it. I can't remember which teams it was, though.
But in that game, like, AM wasn't really in position to push, so they had to 5-man 5v4 them, and the Kunkka team sort of got really punished there.
I like what the Queen of Pain just did here. She infested with the Lifestealer. They were looking for the Gyrocopter, who they knew was split pushing bot because he was sighted. But he actually also was like, okay, they're probably going to come kill me now because I was split pushing. And he actually backs off at the same token. But if they could have gotten a kill there, that would have been super sick.
And I like how he TP's to the tier 2 bottom just so he could stack the Ancients.
Oh, yeah, that's a really
sort
cool
of
idea.
clever. I'm not too sure if I would have preferred to just TP top so you can push out that lane. I think it's a bit more fun to push it. But having the Ancient stack is just sort of nice because someone else can farm top. So overall, this is more good for his team, but it's a bit less good for the Gyro.
So is that the right decision right now, though?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, he is far behind, but he's basically the only damage dealer on Mineski. So in my opinion, he should have just gotten as much gold as he could.
This is interesting item build. Again, CTY doing the same thing they did last game on Shadow Demon. He got a Yule Scepter. And we know that he can use this effectively. He's playing more of a utility role rather than like a damage dealer or a tank.
I think they feel like Yule Scepter is basically like a Shadow Demon against Bat Rider.
It's a fair point.
And
if we look at the
you're
farm,
that fast, it really is, huh?
Yeah, he is really fast.
Yeah.
And they don't have a farm gyro, so if they can just stop
RP.
the pull and don't pull people out of position, it's going to help a lot. Did he RP creeps?
Yeah. No, he RP'd the Puck.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
sorry,
they blew him up.
I see. Blood Puddle. Nice.
Yeah. So Gyro now has a 3-stack. He can actually go for killing this. But I think what he should do is he should push out bot a couple waves, go back and stack it a 4th time, and the stack he actually missed the stack, which is really unfortunate because he really needs all the ancients he can get. But if he should push that out a bit more and go for a bigger stack here, because I don't know if he feels like it's risky to farm that bottom, but at this point you sort of almost have to take those risks.
The Yule Scepter is going to counter their team quite a bit though, because Gyro's really underfarmed. Puck's been getting killed again. And if they can just stop the lasso to pull them way out of position, it really can. They can just set up such a good team fight.
That sentry mid is so unfortunate. The one at the top river, it's like right in between 2 wards.
Wow.
So
Casual donation observer wards on the ground. They gonna nope. Okay, they are.
Now it's a casual donation TP scroll.
Like, hey, do you guys want 2 wards? Just you can have her free. VG is ahead, by the way, and keep in mind if they do win this game, the set is over, and Mineski's gonna go into the lower bracket tomorrow, so not gonna be good for them.
And VG's actually playing quite strong, so I think if they win this game, their confidence will be high going into the next set that they'll have to play.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if they can beat the other team in Group B here, but it's gonna be some really close games. It's not quite as one-sided of a group as the Group A was.
For sure. And Nax smartly backs off after he pops Rage. Something that's sort of neat with Nax is when you're taking a tower, you can sort of just pop Rage, beat on it for a couple seconds, and then you can always back away because you have 4 seconds to get out. You just need to make sure that they can't engage on you while your Rage is down, because if it's down, Nax isn't as strong as we mentioned sort of during the draft.
And even still, they have a Bat Rider, so he has to actually be constantly at threat of being ganked here,
for sure.
or being pulled back. He actually picks up a Sanj, which is a little uncommon for a Lifestealer. We've seen some Chinese players going for a Sanj and Yasha, just for the extra movement speed, and sometimes the disable can be
I think
nice.
that's pretty much the standard build on Lifestealer at this point.
Really?
Sometimes you get an SMI. Phase Drums SMI, Armlet's optional. Because SMI is just really good on...
speed.
Yeah, you need to be a race car as Lifestealer, or you can get kited. Like, Lifestealer before this Phase Drums build, who came out FNC from like pubs in like US East or something, he like started using this build and other people start using it. It's really good. No, just the Phase Drums. And that's really what's propelled Lifestealer to this really high tier pick.
Oh, Sentry spots out the Magnus, and they know that's going to stop their whole smoke gank here. Or at least it's going to stop the Magnus Lifestealer, so.
But I really like the fact that Puck sees that they're mid, he has a haste, he's not really scared of anything right now. He's going to push on our wave. Like, it's just really good to be able to pressure those other lanes while the other team is could potentially be going for a smoke gank or a push, because if you can like dodge a smoke, it's already really good, right? Like a 5-man smoke, you can dodge it. It's basically like killing a hero. If you can dodge it while farming, that's like killing it 1 heroes and a half or something like that. So
yeah, it's a nice advantage for them. If we look at the gold graph, it is continuing to go up actually for VG. So
and
despite dodging the smoke,
Gyro has a really big ancient stack now. This might be his chance to get back into this game.
Well, he'll get a Shadow Blade from it for sure. Looks like that the rest of his team's gonna help him tank it just a bit. He doesn't actually have lifesteal just yet, so he's got to be careful. But this is gonna be a lot of gold and a lot of EXP, that's for sure.
I think VG should have just put a ward down there. They sort of have to know that the only way that Gyro's really getting back into this game is by getting these big jungle stacks. And I wouldn't necessarily block the camp, but I'd definitely put a ward somewhere like around here, so that you can see when he does ancients. You let him lower it. He's low because he doesn't really have the items to get lifesteal or anything like that, and then you take a really easy fight, and you take the ancients, and then you sort of just snowball off that to win the game usually. But Puck's applying pressure top, which is really nice here.
I don't even know if they have wards left after what they did to the Dire jungle earlier.
Yeah, they have been pretty much warding everything.
So all the force, actually he left the 3 big creeps. This is about 500 gold that he's not going to get from this. He knew that the push was coming. He was able to get his Claymore though, so regardless he does have his Shadow Blade, but I don't know if they'll be here in time.
This is going to be really unfortunate if Zeta someday on the way back just passes by it, because he's going to have the power. He can kill that very easily, but was that ping on Roshan there, or?
Oh, it's a level 4 in power as well. It's so easy. They're actually going to see it, but I think they just continue past. They're trying to stop the tier 1 mid. Great blink from the Bat Rider. He does still take the scream damage, surprisingly, but
Blink doesn't get this. Scream doesn't really get disjointed by anything now. I think it's. I think it was different in Dota 1, but now it's.
Sort of make it out of that.
I think VG can pretty much just push that tier 2 tower, get all the lanes pushed out, and go for a Roshan here and be in a really good spot. They kill Roshan really fast with that level 4 in power. Lifesteal does good DPS. Visage actually does pretty good DPS. You can just Grave Chill the Roshan, make him attack race, so you attack fast. Queen of Pain goes DPS, so they'll bring it down pretty fast if they choose to.
And he does have the Sanjin Yasha finish, another core item coming out. It's actually a BKB from Magnus. At 24 minutes when he did get LS hit a bit mid, he's actually looking really good. He has 100 CS right now. It's seriously impressive, and he's
like
gotten some ganks off
the
as
Lena's
well.
just running around the enemy ancients.
Why is she here?
She's just, I don't know, she was like hiding like right over here next to the ward if you look down a bit, I think. Yeah, she's just hiding in there for a bit and then she's just running around.
Somebody's gonna come, throws the stun, blows somebody up. That's what she was waiting for. It's like, alright, I'll just play support in the most random location, and now I'm gonna feed to the Puck, but whatever. There's the ulti, he's gonna spend it.
I think she's gonna live. She could have just TP'd right away and lived there. I think she should still live.
More right clicks, Jay goes high ground, they want to fight him, but Queen of Pain's gonna show up. There's a silence in the urn. 2 hits, she will go down. Grave Chill now, and Puck's in trouble. He's got a blink though, he's got the blink. Blink TP, I love the location. Oh man, she actually blinked in and found him, but
that's a Queen of Pain ulti. That's really big actually. No Queen of Pain ulti. This is basically the best chance for a fight that they're going to get for the next probably 6 minutes, and right before Roshan, that's huge.
And
there's no Puck, there's no Queen of Pain now, and they're going for Roshan. That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah, Puck actually is up.
Queen of Pain is actually tread swapping for bottle. I've seen that so little in these Eastern qualifiers. It's actually shocked me, but I really respect that he's doing that, because I think it's very important. And they're going to get an uncontested Roshan actually.
Yeah, Queen of Pain even choosing stats over Dagger here. Really wants to tank up as much as possible, and she's going to finish Aghanims in about 250 as well, so once she grabs that, her ulti is going to be up pretty much all the time, once she hits 16 as well.
I think she did that just because she got the Eo Scepter as the first item. It doesn't really give any HP or anything like that. But I do like at least 2 points in Shadow Strike. And look at Puck. This is really smart by him. He's at 0 chance of dying basically right now, and he's just gonna either force a glyph or get a free tier 1. But
Whenever he feels like it.
yeah, he could even go for that creep wave. Oh,
Magnus is mad. He's
oh
like,
my
that
goodness.
was my tower.
Look at this Puck.
Oh, he grabs him. Is he gonna? Oh, he's on cooldown for everything. He's got Shockwave in 1. Will he do it? Oh man, it gets juked. Can Puck stay alive? He blinks away.
He's a 4-staff.
And a 4-staff.
Oh, he orbs. And Magnus
Shockwave.
He wouldn't hit. Even if whoa.
Ooh, that was really close.
That's so much time wasted by Puck. He got an extra creep wave. He forced out an RP. He got a tier 1. That's just displaying some really amazing individual play there. And he has a Dagon.
What?
You know, I sort of like this. He has a Dagon because they're lacking in damage in order to burst down those really key heroes. And there's a grip on the Lina on top. And he's just gonna peel, Dagon.
She's mostly gone. Will he do it?
Peel. No peel.
Wants to. There's the blink.
Peel.
Dagon.
Oh.
Nothing. Wow, she got blown up so fast. Level 2 Laguna Blade already on the support Lina. Gyro's gonna be able to clean this Kelping. Does grab him. Oh, flat cannon against Visage is so good. He's gonna die here, but he got 200 gold.
See, I was praising that Puck so much. And like everything we say that I don't know. Like
there's the Rage Steal. Big slow on Jay. Double force staff. Best thing ever. There's the Infest and the Soul Assumption as well.
Man. That Puck just
really
betrayed all my expectations though.
All these cool things.
I was like, wow, this guy's being so good. He like stopped mid, big plays around the map, getting the extra tier 1. That was like so cool. And then Rubik died.
Rubik died.
He was really low. And then Queen Pain just blinked on him. But I don't know. Not Dagoning Lina there was like I feel like he would have lived if he had just Dagoned him. At the start, in the middle after the orb, but then he just got stunned and died. Like Dagon has no cast time. You need to hit that.
Yeah, you do have to turn at least, but still, yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty low.
Yeah.
Didn't get the kill, ends up dying. I mean, he has died. He's been looking so cool, but 6-6 and 4.
Yeah, he has had a lot of deaths. That's the one thing that I don't know, but his team has been just in such a bad position, and he's been like solo making things happen around the map, and Puck isn't really the hero. Like while he can do it, obviously he's doing it this game, he's not usually the hero that does that much. Like
you have to snowball pretty hard.
Usually he's like that's only if he's like super ahead or his team's super ahead and he's snowballing off mid. Well, he did have a lot of far mid, he starts snowballing off that. His team definitely isn't super ahead, and you usually see Puck as like a more team fight oriented hero rather than a solo pick off.
Yeah.
But ZSMJ actually managed to just whack the Ancients a few times and take those extra Ancients. So Vici is still looking in a really fantastic spot. ZSMJ has a Reaver now, he has his SMI completed, he has Aegis. I don't know if they can kill him once, let alone the second time.
It's going to be really tough at this point. He's probably going to finish Heart next. Increases HP. The other reason Heart is really fantastic with this item pickup is because he has a Magnus on his team, and the way that percentage-based damage works is it only buffs your primary stats. So if he grabs something like an MKB, that wouldn't be increased by his bubble hands or his Empower. So by picking up a Heart, it's going to give him an extra 20 damage.
They really are bubble hands.
You've never heard Blitz say that?
No.
Says that so much. I didn't want to say it, but I said it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, everybody. So yeah, Heart's really good if you have Empower. It's free 20 damage, man. Makes your Heart a damage item.
And this is a scary push-in. Queen of Pain blinks in, he has Nags inside of him, Nags is out. They actually missed all their AoE.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear
wow,
Lord.
He whiffed it. He is. Oh no! Another 4-step. Cuddle survives 3 4-steps and he gets out just in time. Ulti on Quap as well. And Vici Gaming can they win the team fight after all that effort? The ulti gets whiffed.
The RP.
Dagon as
God.
well. What is going on this fight? Gyro's gonna fall though, and a flaming lasso pulls Magnus back. He pops the BKB. He tries to get away. That was a stolen RP from the Rubik. They're turning some things. Lina goes down. 3 dead heroes on the raiding team. They dove so far, and they've gotten such little out of it.
What the hell? That was like an unlosable fight for VG.
He rages, he turns and fights. Armlet toggle as well. He wants to kill Batrider, but he's out of there. And also, that's open wounds being stolen from Rubik. If he can catch up here, they don't have a whole lot of disable though. Got a blink in 1 second. Here comes the blink as well as the orb.
Almost.
Can he spend the mana in time? Throws the Dagon. He does get killed. That's just going to be the Aegis though. Telekinesis and open wounds on the way. Can they stop ZSMJ? Magnus shows up. He's going to skewer back, actually, into ZSMJ. The right clicks, and Rubik does end up falling, actually. Puck in some trouble. He's really low on mana. He doesn't have a whole lot of escape options.
Hiding around those force staffs. Okay, I just want to go over what happened that team fight. Okay, so Quap blinks in, misses Scream, Nax pops out, misses Infest, Quap misses ulti.
Yep.
Meg gets hit, Quap blinks in again, misses another Scream on the Caudle. Meg gets hit by Orb, misses RP. And after all that,
they still won the fight.
They didn't win the fight, but Leicester didn't even die. Like,
yeah.
They missed all their spells.
And now he's full HP. And he's got his heart.
They actually, wow. That's sort of funny, actually. Like, I don't know. Like,
I can't believe Cuddle lived. Okay, he's dead. I was like, he's taking hits finally. He's gonna go down. Didn't happen.
These aren't small AoE spells either. So it's sort of questionable play. It feels like they're lagging a bit, but I really don't want to blame on that. So
just do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Just say it. Net worth is really good for Vici Gaming right now. I mean, even after all that dive, like you said, they're so far ahead. They shouldn't have lost that fight. That's 14k gold advantage, and they still didn't work things out there.
I mean, the one thing going for Mineski is that Gyro is definitely one of the best late game carries here, and they do have the spam out to push it out. And
going back, Rage is on
double
cooldown as well.
force
He
staff.
just used that telekinesis, lifts him. He's in a lot of trouble. He infests on Meg just in time. Sick plays from Magnus to get there to keep him alive. They're gonna escape from that one. Even Lena force staffing the low ground. These supports are so farmed.
They all have force staffs. That was so cool. There's like VG was like, hey, even if he has a force staff back on Bat Rider, we can still get a good RP off. And he starts like zooming across the entire base. So.
Well, they will go push high
But
ground
the
in
thing
a
is,
second.
even with all that, 2 tier 4s hitting the other team and the tier 3, nothing happened.
Well, it was a sick play from Magnus.
I mean, that was a sick play from Magnus for sure. And like Meg didn't even have to pop his haste, let alone RP.
He did BKB at least, but it's not the end of the world for him to use that.
Did he BKB?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
He BKB'd all the way in. So.
That was pretty cool enough.
Alright, so high ground. Glyph is going to get popped. If he does end up raging, he's going to lose the Empower buff, so that would hurt him a bit. BKB is up on Gyrocopter as well. And there's the rage, and Tower's going to go down. Puck is going to try to initiate, actually. He's going to do a little bit of a combo. He's going to escape. They're kind of just trying to buy time. Bat Rider is ulti up again. Here they go. Oh, he blinks in. He doesn't get him. Force staffs out.
Ooh, that was pretty close. If he had been able to pick the Quap. Actually, no. I think it was the right idea to not go for that. I think if he had engaged on that, they would have completely lost the fight.
And they're going on tower now. Another Illuminate trying to slow things down. Blinding Lights on cooldown. They
go.
go in again right when Rage is ending. They're taking damage. Can they save him this time? Actually, Rage lasting a really long time. Lift as well. He's going to be put low.
Die.
Magnus
Wow.
goes in. Is there anybody to infest? He's on cooldown for 5 seconds, but the damage has
This
stopped.
Puck.
Picks off a kill. He's actually maxing out Dagon here. Dagon 2 at the moment, and the raiding team's going to back out. He infests.
What the hell? He just blinked in. He got coiled. Like, he coiled him right when he blinked in. This Puck is, I don't know. It's pretty amazing. And
Pretty good
it's just like wasting time now. It's such absurdly good play from this Puck right now, actually. And that was sort of cool. If you saw what the guy did, he dropped his ulti in the path that VG would have had to chase to sort of try to save their life stealer there. So that's sort of just a preemptive. It's good. I mean, if you cut them off like that, then they could potentially kill his life stealer. Unfortunately, he has 3k HP, 14 armor, and moves at like
432 base.
like 500 moves speed with phase boost on too, right?
It's pretty strong.
It's pretty strong.
Probably wishes he had Mag buff right now, but
Probably.
we'll take
Those
that ancient
bubble
sec.
hands are pretty good.
They're good, but he doesn't have them anymore, unfortunately. Instead, he's gonna have to use his purple creepy hands.
Purple creepy hands. Those are a bit worse than bubble hands.
Not quite as good, unfortunately. So more farming on the bot lane. That's Puck taking things. Level 2 Dagon. He's got a 4-staff himself, actually.
Hey, Puck
so
has
even
bubble
sicker.
hands.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
He's got like 6 bubble hands. How do you stop that? First stun goes the fish.
Wow!
Oh my gosh. He's got blink cooldown now. He uses 4-staff. Oh my gosh, that ulti did so much. He's running for his life. Popping bottle up, and he's gonna escape.
He's wasting so much time with the enemy team just by doing this.
His reaction time is so insane.
That
was an invis Lena, by the way, and he barely spotted the enemy hero here. I think Puck has above average night vision, if I'm not mistaken. It's
No,
not
he-
1800, but it's a little bit higher.
I think he has normal. Don't quote me on that though.
I think it's a little higher.
Is it a little higher?
Pretty sure.
I guess after game 7 for our analyst stuff could probably check that for us, so.
Playdota.com/heroes. Go.
Go. Merlini. Merlini police.
Thank you. This is great having
He does not look
subordinates for
pleased with
casting.
me.
This is
1200.
yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm the man.
Good mechanics knowledge.
I only know that because I made a video about ganking, and I had to look.
That's pretty cool. I actually had no idea.
I learned a lot from that. Slark Enchantress, full night vision. Did you know that? So good. How do you gank those heroes?
Drow has like 700 or something, or
I think she's regular.
is she regular?
I think so.
Hey, Merlini police, come back check another one for us. He looks so displeased with me. Maybe I should stop saying that. He's probably gonna.
It's a glorified fact checker right now.
Glorified fact checker.
There's still a game going on.
700 Drow.
Alright. Gyrocopter going to the top lane to farm now. 159 CS. He's still trying to catch up, but it's tough, man. They're going in mid. Actually, they finally get the puck.
Finally.
That was an RP, by the way. So
They
RP.
blew RP. They probably just hate him at this point. They're like, hey, let's blow all his ultimates on this puck.
They should. I mean, he's really the one that's keeping the game alive, and that stops a lot of burst damage as well. The mid Rax is looking like it's finally going to go down. Call down as well to slow, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they're just doing as much as they can. If they can clear the creep waves, it's going to prevent any further tanking, but I mean, they don't care. Vici Gaming doesn't care. They got the mid Rax. They're going to be able to finish Roshan now. Puck is still dead for 43 seconds. He does not have buyback, so that just stops them hard.
This looks like a free Roshan. Queen of Pain is actually going for Lincoln Sphere too. I think that's just because the only way. Actually, I don't know why he's getting Lincoln Sphere at this point. I think it does block Batrider grip, but
they're pretty limited on disables, I would say, especially with Coddle in there. They've got telekinesis. They've got.
I mean,
homing
the thing is,
missile
like, the way he's
Batrider.
getting picked off really is going to be the puck waning rift and the coil, neither of which are blocked by
That's a good
Lincolns.
point.
So that's why I don't necessarily agree with this Lincoln's pickup, but really,
Wow.
he's really farmed anyways, so he could get like a Maelstrom if he wanted to.
Well, other than Puck, then, and once he grabs Lincoln's, that's going to be the only way he can die, is Puck.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
He won't be able to be lassoed anymore, and he doesn't have to worry about telekinesis when he
I mean, he
jumps
can
in,
get
so-
lasso because Batrider has a Force Staff, so he can just Lincoln Force Staff and then lasso. Because the Force Staff will bring the Lincolns. That's why I don't know about it.
Well, the Radiant team's going to back up and farm now that they've taken all of their tasks. They got the Rax, and they also got the Aegis. Where's Aegis? Aegis on Magnus, actually, and he's about 1,300 away from his Refresher Orb. So even if they solo kill the Puck from here on out, they can just continue to go.
And honestly, as the game gets later, Refresher's sort of really good, not only because you can double RP, but he can double BKB. And if he just double BKBs, double Refresher Orb, ulti that Gyrocopter, Mineski really has no damage output.
Yeah, and especially when he went all these survivability items. He got Shadowblade first, which is more like early ganking and staying alive, and then he grabs a BKB, which is kind of a necessity because of all the disables and nuke damage coming out of the Radiant team. He doesn't hit very hard right now. He doesn't have a draw aura either, so what are you supposed to do?
I mean, at the very least, he did go some stats, so that helps him a little bit, but it's... I feel like his damage output is really lacking, especially against Leister. Like, Leister, once he gets his AC, I really can't see him getting brought down. But then again, he did, like, they pulled him into the tier 4 towers like twice, and he hasn't died to that. So
It's tough. Yeah, and yeah, once he finishes AC, it's gonna be so tough. And you can sell Drum and grab another item, probably an Abyssal Blade at that point, and then it doesn't matter what you have.
then yeah, you
for
have
Magic Community.
2
You're just gonna get
RPs
stunned.
and a Abyssal Blade and a Bash, which you'll probably get during those long stuns.
Really good against Puck as well. It's a lot more
Yeah,
reliable.
it's really, really good against Puck because it's just that instant stun. Like, all these instant stuns, like a DK instant stun, Sand King instant stun, they're quite nice for Puck.
Yeah, can't phase shift those. So if he can get the disable off, Puck, despite having a ton of burst damage, is actually still extremely squishy. If she's disabled, it still can die.
What do you
Game's
think
gonna
of
resume.
the Puck upgrading her Dagon?
The Puck upgrading her Dagon? Well, she's not going to get burst damage. Like, what else is she going to buy? She'd either have to buy, like, a Sheep Stick or a I don't know, like a Sheep Stick, or she could get a Ghost Scepter to stay alive. So this is really her only good damage option that's in the short run. Like, if she wants to get a Sheep, it's going to take forever to farm.
Yeah, I really agree with that. I think that when you're behind, you sort of just have to buy items. You can't really save for buyback and stuff like that.
Sheep
That's
would be fantastic,
sometimes how I
but
feel.
I just don't know if she's going to be able to get there.
Yeah,
So.
a Sheep really would be nice, but yeah, that's a lot of gold, and
Whole Radiant team is here.
he's so manly.
He's going to orb this? He's like, hey guys, I'm over here. Come look for me.
And it's sort of smart because there's not really a chance of him dying there just because he can blink and TP.
Uh-huh.
But then they might think he's in there and might check down there, waste some extra time. So, pretty smart.
And in the meantime, Gyrocopter went to the secret shop to buy nothing. The problem is that even though he is spending 15 seconds like that and making them waste a little bit of time, they can't even leave the base that much. Oh, there's a Cyclone actually. It's going to catch Puck. He can blink out of this pretty easily. He's going to phase shift first. Again, he even waiting rift. This guy is crazy, man. If he took any damage there, he'd possibly die. He did have a 4-staff, but like, so greedy.
He's like, insane.
Wait. He's like, wait, let me get this creep wave, and then I'll retreat.
And I think at this point, honestly, Gyro just needs to get a Rapier. I think that's really their only chance to come back. And even then, it's going to be so hard to maintain that Rapier against a Leicester who's ultra fast. He makes at 492 with phase boots on, and he hits stupidly hard actually.
And he's super hard to kill now. He has super
and
high
he has
HP.
bubble hands.
And he has bubble hands, unless he rages, which he probably will. So when you do use rage now, it does remove empower. Thank God that was patched. That was too good before, man.
That was ridiculous.
It's like, oh, we'll just pick Magnus and then have an extra 100 damage on our life stealing no matter what. So they're still killing the wave at least. They have Coddle. They also have Quap. They have Alina. They have tons of range disable, but again, he has a heart. He can just go high ground. If he's taking player-based damage, it's going to stop this, but if it's just a tower, it's not a big deal, so he'll just tank the tower. Rider's going to take him. He's pulling him back to tier 4.
Are they going to get forced into the fountain?
Oh. Rage is about to run out, but he's looking for the RP. He hasn't cast it yet. Only grabs the soul of Gyrocopter. No BKB for him. It's too late, and Gyro goes down. He's going to have to buy back, and that's going to delay his core items in the later points of the game. Uses Flat Cannon. We see one support going down, another Yule Scepter being used. Barrow's doing everything he can. Everybody's actually pretty low in the rating team. We actually see Quap end up falling, and even, oh my gosh, even the Magnus, Lifestealer running for his life. He's trying to get to the, oh, nothing happens. He just dies. It's over. Like, the push ends again. They still haven't taken a Rax. They did take range barracks mid, and Magnus gets out, but how are they winning these fights? I just can't believe it.
What?
That was even with, alright, Gyro bought back, but he even, like, messed up a bit and got RP'd before his BKB was used. Like, I don't know how this is happening. They're so tanky and they have so much more farm than Mineski. I don't know how they're winning these fights.
I'm like clicking through all the dire heroes to see like if the Coddle had a Rapier or something and just beating on them.
There must have been something like that.
I mean, they are diving past the tier 4s, which sort of makes it really hard to fight, but they're so far ahead.
They almost have to though, because Barretta keeps pulling them there. It's not.
It's really cool. Like he's getting triple 4-staff back.
Is he really? Is that
yeah, that was a triple 4-staff on him. If they had one more 4-staff like on a Rubik, that Leicester would have been in the fountain.
Take him in the fountain.
This is next level.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? You get 5 4-stars, you go from your tier 3 into the fountain, and you still have like a second on grip. That's how you bring down the Heart and Axe.
Then you wait till the Magnus overextends, he steals RP, and then the game is over. You win. Something like
game
that.
One?
Coddle actually has decent items. She has a Ghost Scepter as well. So necessary to have a Ghost Scepter versus a Lifestealer. Because if you ever get opened on, if you don't have a 4-staff, you just stay alive for 4 seconds, and especially on a melee hero, despite the fastest melee hero ever, it does waste a lot of his time. So
it really does.
It's great to make that item progression as a sport.
Their 4-staff usage has just been so spot on too.
It has. It's been ridiculous.
And this guy goes for an Eagle Song. It's not that bad a choice, just because he probably feels the same way as me in that he can't. If he has a Rapier, he can't live through the damage output. Meg's just gonna RP him. Leicster's just gonna have a Bissell Blade for him, something. Odie's making fun of me for something right now. He's shaking his head.
And if he does get a Butterfly right now as well, Lifestealer doesn't have an MKB.
Yeah.
He's not prepared an item ahead like we would normally see a carry this far ahead get. He has the item slot for it. He can sell the drum later and pick up an MKB, but it's a ways away. So if he does get a Butterfly, that would give him a little bit of a timing window to stay alive longer in team fights.
I feel like Leicester just thought he has a AC, the game's just gonna end, because AC is such a great base breaking item.
Yeah. You take so much reduced damage from towers, you get the -5, and then any enemy heroes during the team fight, all that -5 armor and the extra attack speed really makes a big difference. But he hasn't gotten that far past his AC. He hasn't moved at all, actually.
And Puck is approaching his Dagon 4. As an item, theoretically, Dagon 5 is an incredible nuke. Just because the CD is so low that you're going to get 2 off during team fight.
If you stay alive. It does as much damage.
Apparently this Puck lives through everything. Pretty much.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Sometimes he dies,
like,
but most of the time
all his deaths are sort of like, I hate you so much, I'm just going to blink solo RP you. So, and in a team fight, it's actually getting hard for Meg to do that. Gyro, he's starting to tickle the Nax a bit and hurt everyone else.
Yeah, he actually killed supports pretty easily.
Yeah, he really did. And Lina has a Hex.
She finished that. I saw her with an ultimate orb and I was like, this girl is crazy. She's never going to finish that. And there it is. Hex is finished. And this completely counters the Butterfly. Once you Hex somebody, it removes your evasion. So if she can use that before BKB or when the Lifestealer goes on the Gyro without his BKB being on, he will still die fast.
Like Meg has an RP, so he can just RP. Sorry, he has a refresher orb, so he can just RP the entire BKB duration. So there's
Yeah.
Lina will probably get that hex off onto Gyro, and he's just gonna die.
How does Lina have 124 CS as support?
I mean,
That is crazy.
something that VG has sort of done is they've kept all the lanes pushed out. Lina can farm the jungle really well, and she can also push out lanes really well. So it paid off. I mean, your support as a hex, like everyone's still farmed on VG, but they still lost a fight.
Yeah.
I don't
Gotta stop the
understand.
4-step chain. They just need to get BKBs on their core heroes. That
I
way you can't
guess.
force. Oh wait, you can force step the Bat Rider. I forgot.
Yeah.
Draft an Omni, repel the Bat Rider.
Next
Solved.
level.
So they're looking to push again. This time they're actually going to smoke. But again, Mineski knows it's coming. They're waiting for it.
I hope what they do is they just run in through mid here and catch someone. Because it's going to be sort of unexpected. There's no sentry down. There's no ward for the Dire. If they just run up that hill, at the very least, they'll take a really good position to take a fight. At the best, they'll pick someone off. So,
Got the team sacrifice going forward. Jay's going to orb the wave again. They did spot the lifestealer with the orb, so they know that it's coming.
I mean, one thing that I don't understand is that VG doesn't have a gem right now. And
they're going
here
in.
comes the force. Oh,
Oh, great Cyclone. It's going to slow things down. But Magnus shows up. He's going to look to RP. Will he stop the Bat Rider? He's going to just RP the Bat Rider. Here comes Refresher. Second RP catches the other two important heroes. Here comes ulti from Pop in just a second. Catches a lot. Rubik goes down. Gyro goes down. Gyro is dead. He does not have buyback as far as I'm aware. He does not. And they are finally going to break the upper ground. They lost the Visage in that, but they should be able to take the tier 3 tower on the bot lane. Puck goes in. He wants to fight. Can he do this? Where is he? This guy is crazy, man. 12 seconds
Crazy.
left. 4 staff. He's got Blink in 6, but they're not going to pursue this. Again, slowed them down by about 5 seconds there. They could have been hitting Barracks this whole time, and he decided to just
oh,
pop in and do
Lina.
this.
That's
Lina
twice
takes
Lina
them.
had just no more puckers and just gone and it's a LSA, like that's the thing, like that's like the last spell you expect to hit a puck. And he's gone
He
a
didn't even
couple
need his
times.
Hex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just Light Strike arrayed that.
It's
That
just
is-
it's just for mana regen.
That's insane. Yeah. It looks cool. He likes the 10 strength. Just wanted a nice tank item. So bot Rax does finally fall. Melee Barracks goes down. Range Barracks is still up, but that's a 2 Rax disadvantage. And despite Mineski's nice play and Jay's super sick play to delay game at all points, it's
I'm actually
22 to 33.
sort of surprised. They only got one force off on the Bat Rider, which meant that I don't even know who got the Eoscepter scepter off on him.
It was,
Was that Queen of Pain?
I
Queen of
assume
Pain
she
blinked
blinked
in?
forward.
Yeah, okay. That was a really heads up play by the Queen of Pain, but I think that the force dash should happen. Puck had his up and he was in range, and I don't think Cotto got his off either. So, unfortunate, but they've done that combination so well that
They're going to mess it up at least one
yeah,
time.
I mean,
They picked the right order, honestly. If they messed up the first one, the game would have just ended.
yeah.
So,
And
they're going to catch a
ooh,
Rubik.
Rubik.
He's got a stun. He's going to throw the stun. That's all he's got, though. He's going to
Look how
get
good
picked up.
Fasage is.
I'm sorry?
Look how good Fasage is.
Yeah, I know. Those bats are so useful.
So good.
There's a lot of enemy heroes. And Mineski, alright, Puck's got to buy some time doing what he does best. Dagon 3 only. He actually has bought back as well in the last team fight, so so many CS this game, it's insane.
Did Puck? I thought he had 2 point. Oh yeah, he did buy back after the Lina killed him, I guess. Yeah. And this is a Roshan. They're playing it very safe. Taking this Roshan. Puck go for a oh, he doesn't go for a steal. I bet you if he had went for that steal, he would have gotten that steal.
Oh, he's
Oh,
going
whoa.
in. Queen of Pain takes it. He goes in.
And Lina hexes him. Oh, well, you have to try something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he had to. They're 2 racks down, honestly. Even dying there is not that big of a deal.
I mean, if they get Aegis there, they can't. Then Mineski can't take the fight anyways. So you might as well try for it.
Yep.
But.
Well, Bashford's finished on lifesteal, and it looks like they should be able to just destroy Moonwells. I mean, Ziggurats, sorry. Buildings. These are buildings.
Dude, it's just called buildings.
And they're going in, looking for the RP, throws the RP on Keeper the Light. Probably the least important hero on Mineski, but it doesn't matter. Puck's already dead. Take who you can, and can he force staff himself in? There's no other force staffs. He's trying to pull Lina in, but Lina is actually going to die to the fountain. His extra damage output is all they need. But they're going to take the last tier 4 tower and possibly the throne right after. There's a buyback from Lina, and it looks like Vici Gaming is going to be able to 2-0 Mineski here. Good game isn't called yet, so they're fighting for their lives. Bat Rider is very low. Pops the Ghost Scepter. Soul Assumption puts him solo dagger as well. Still hasn't leveled up his dagger. And it is a OP, so he cleans that one up. And that is going to be it. Good game is over. That's good game. Well played. Mineski gets 2-0'd by Vici Gaming. they had some pretty fun games, especially game 1. They really did a great job, but Vici Gaming just showing themselves to be the better team. They're trialing Stomped so hard, and even after that, just a lot of ganking. But Mineski really did fight for their lives. Like they pushed so hard to try to keep that bot push from doing damage, and they made that game 20 minutes longer than it needed to be.
And I just want to say that puck, Jay, I'm a fan.
Yeah, that was
I'm gonna
really
go find him on Twitter and follow him just because I love that puck
if
play.
he has a Twitter profile.
If he has a Twitter.
So cool. All right, and we want to hear what you guys have to say over at the analytics desk.
That puck, that really tells the story of the game. Mineski, some great individual play. Wasn't enough in the end to take the series, but color me impressed. This is why the Pinoy fans are such believers in Mineski. Even when they lose, they make it really interesting.
Yeah, so 2 things I want to talk about was just the amazing warding by VG, and that just really set them up for a really good early game. I think they just got a foothold in the first 15 minutes and just continued to just steamroll them, farm the whole entire map, control Roshan, and that just really set them up for victory. They had wards up in the dire jungle, and they almost had tabs on their support heroes and Gyrocopter the whole entire time. Being able to limit his farm, keep him very, very poor. I think he just had a BKB Shadow Blade and a Butterfly in like a 50-plus minute game. I mean, just a really good job of control by them. And one really key factor is the poor triple lane performance in both games. They just lost the triple lane so hard in both games, and it was just too difficult to recover from. Sure, they had some cutesy plays with the puck and some nice triple 4-stab base defense nearly into the fountain with Bat Rider Lasso, but it just wasn't enough. Once you lose your triple lane that hard, Lifestealer just takes complete control of the map. Your carry's too poor to do anything, and it just seemed like they couldn't recover from that.
I gotta say, Vici Gaming, they take the series, they take it 2-0. Didn't really feel convincing after the way that game 2 went. Seemed a bit sloppy from them. I feel like against Rising Stars, that's not really going to cut it, Merlini. Looking forward to our next match, we will have updated brackets for you guys in a second. How do you feel about that match? Who's looked stronger to you today?
I would say that Vici Gaming's stronger. I mean, they did drop a game to mith.trust, the other team, but
right, Rising Stars has not looked perfect themselves either.
Right, but I think what are you laughing at? mith.trust.
Did I really let him get away with that?
Vici Gaming. But I think that Vici Gaming will take the next 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to have to play better than they did in game 2. Great play from Mineski, but Vici Gaming overextending a bit, getting picked off quite a lot. And
I mean, maybe they were just so confident at that stage in the game. They're just like, whatever. We have heart, we have ages, we have everything.
Just throw bodies at the racks. You'll take it eventually.
If we lose, whatever. I mean, if we lose the fight, don't worry. We got refresher RP. I mean, refresher RP is ridiculous. He didn't even hit that good RPs, and he got it stolen like 4 times. But it doesn't even matter.
It was a hard game to be a Magnus, to be fair. With that level of puck play, Rubik on the enemy team, always going to make life tough.
What a player.
Seriously.
What a player.
We have the daily recap videos. I know W200Me, who's been doing those highlights for us, is just salivating right now at the prospect. But so much good material.
No surprise here. I think 4 Chinese teams are like the top contenders in this TI3 Eastern
Top
qualifiers.
contenders. We'll definitely have a 3rd Chinese team moving out of this phase now with 2 Chinese teams in your winner bracket finals for Group B. So we're guaranteed at least 3. We're not guaranteed 4 yet, but they do look to be the 2 stronger teams, sort of what we expected. But the beauty of double elimination is you can drop down. You're not out of it yet. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with our final best of 3 of the evening. It's going to be Rising Stars versus Vici Gaming. That best of 3 decides first place in Group B. Coming up right after this.